Welcome to the pilot. I'm addicted to nicotine pouches.
The YouTuber Moon has had one of the biggest fall-offs in YouTube history that I've witnessed myself.
Oi, 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 it looks like we've got a funny guy here, so he's already mocking the accent. How dare he be so disrespectful to you, Naru God-sama? The demons! I can feel them coming inside of me!
And what bronies did on the internet back in the early 2010s at the height of the fandom.
Being one myself.
Kids these days don't know good slop. That one seems like a bit of an innuendo, Squeegee.
That might be a little. I don't know about that one, Foxy boy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the inaugural episode of the NBR podcast. I'm your host, Jared, or Brugli, you might know me as, and I'm joined by 4 other amazing YouTubers who we'll go over in a second. We'll do introductions. Everybody wave hi, the inaugural episode here. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Brugli. I make videos about creepypastas, internet horror, backroom stuff, SCP Foundation, all the weirdcore, dreamcore stuff. That's what I do. And pretty much anything that involves internet horror is what I go over. If you enjoy that, you enjoy me. And we have 4 other guys here. Let's start with Fox Akimbo.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Fox, if you don't know me. I create internet controversy and kind of scandalous videos about online culture. Sometimes not, sometimes just popular culture. And I guess I just talk about people who have had their lives ruined in a grand fashion via the internet, I guess.
Legit. All right, let's go with Night Crime or Night.
Night. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Brugli.
Formerly known
as Night Crime.
Formerly known as Night Crime. Now, current day in the current era, Night. My name is Caden. I basically describe my videos as disturbing internet phenomena. It ranges from looking into the disturbing posts of Reddit profiles. It can look into the disturbing subreddits within Reddit. It can also be things on YouTube, TikTok, kind of just the internet sphere. So that's how I would describe my content.
Definitely. Formerly known as Night Crime. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dire Trip. You're next.
Okay, so I'm the artist formerly known as Dire Trip. My name is Kyle. You can just call me that. I've mostly covered true crime videos, but I also do like weird crimes and kind of compilations of just like weird, strange, spooky stuff.
Yeah,
It's hard to put a label on it. A lot of it's crime related just because weird stuff is often crime related.
All right. Well, that was formerly known as Dire Trip. Next, we're going to Raymundo, or Ray.
Hi everyone, I am Raymundo2112, formerly known as Ray Gamerman. I make videos about basically whatever tickles my fancy in the moment, but I also make videos about serious stuff at the same time, and I try to get things done on YouTube. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't, but it's the thought that counts. I talk about... It started off with the icebergs, as many of us did, and moved on from there, and luckily have been able to distinguish myself outside of that niche. Yeah.
Yes. You've had several videos go viral, which I'm totally not jealous of.
That Gen Alpha video popped off.
I mean,
you can't say it's not going right.
That one did so well.
Yeah. 1.2 million views.
You can't have that and say it's not going right.
Yeah.
No,
that's crazy,
absolutely
bro.
not. The next video was gonna go crazy too.
I'm curious, who here has started off with iceberg stuff? Because I know I definitely bit that a little bit. Kyle, are you the only one?
I think Kyle's the only one.
I've done one iceberg video ever, and it was a special.
It was the Halloween
in the middle of my career. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So most of us started with icebergs. That's actually wild.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was a big generation of creators
during the similar time.
Yeah. It was just.
I met Fox just by shit posting in the comment section on his iceberg videos, and then
that's how I found him on my algorithm from him uploading.
We'll get into that actually. We can get into that because I have a story of I've written down all the dates of our first
the timeline,
like when we met.
Seriously,
the first time we got into contact with each other. I did that in preparation for this.
That is some good dedication.
I hope I titled it something because I have a bunch of untitled documents.
Oh, no.
So I guess
it's gonna be like ASDFJK.
You guys discuss as I try and find it.
I mean, the iceberg baby boom is kind of something that I've described it as. There are probably over 100
the COVID
creators.
boom.
Yeah, because absolutely.
It was both
played hand in hand. Absolutely.
Both of them kind of started at the same time.
Yeah. Whoever made that Super Mario 64 iceberg created jobs for probably over 100 people.
Literally, dude.
So many
Made my
people
career.
owe their livelihoods to that guy.
I do.
Insanity.
Like Winter Dream probably does too,
Most
bro.
of us do. Yeah. No, it's insane. Huge
We
things.
wouldn't have met if not for that.
Not at all.
Legit.
Not at
The
all.
butterfly effect is
True.
crazy. It really is. That is
Yeah.
wild, dude.
I often wonder what my life would look like if not for the iceberg genre. You know, like
Yeah,
I have
don't know.
no clue. I would
I
have just
don't
been shitposting and working a
Literally
normal
same.
job.
I
don't wanna think about it.
Videos or something.
I don't either. I feel like I
Yeah.
would.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
Be
with
in
Fortnite
college
videos.
right now.
okay?
or
True,
something like
true.
that.
They were good videos, I swear.
Yeah,
They're
those
bangers.
Fortnite videos were amazing. Okay,
Jared
I don't wanna-
Games
I don't
should have had a
wanna hear
million
it.
subs. I promise it should.
Yeah,
It was the best
absolutely.
channel of all
Yeah.
time.
We got to do a Fortnite squads live
dude.
stream.
We
Oh,
could-
that'd be
Oh,
pretty
God.
cool.
we would tear it up for sure.
We would.
I would not tear it up. I would need to be carried so
Well,
bad.
we would carry.
Dude, my-
That's part of the fun.
It's bad. My siblings are better than me, and they're like way younger than me. It is so sad. But to be fair, they're like at the age where like basically you just get home from school and then you just game all night,
Yeah, you just
and
play
then
it,
like
like-
wake up. Like there's no real responsibilities, and I'm like I miss that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss that.
No
Golden
bills,
time.
no
Those were
taxes.
good times.
Just
Exactly.
Just
no
Fortnite.
bills.
Fortnite
No
OG
bills, no
came back.
taxes.
That's kind of the life I was living for a second. I like took a week-long break from writing and editing just to play OG because it's like it's here for a month. I'm gonna miss this dearly. I gotta get as much in as I can, you know.
yeah.
And it was beautiful. I didn't feel any guilt, which I'm very surprised about.
I felt that for about a
They
day.
I
and
feel
then
guilt
stopped
if I
playing.
do anything for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, same. Yeah,
Let's
that's
break
a
it
big problem.
down. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Do I feel guilty if I take 2
I'm
days off?
workaholic with
Yeah.
YouTube, I
Working.
guess.
No, I
Like-
feel that.
I completely agree.
I took today off and I felt a bit
Like I
weird
think I
about
was
it.
working on my birthday.
Oh,
Kyle.
dude.
Dude,
Yeah, like I was
brother,
working
come
on my
on.
birthday, and it was you guys who told me like, take the day off. What are
Oh
you
yeah,
doing?
I remember that. I remember
that. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
mad, bro. I was like, come on, man. This
I
is
was
the one
writing
day of the year.
scripts or something.
It's your birthday.
Exactly.
I found the document, by the way.
Okay.
The
Okay.
origins.
Let's
What
go
was
over
it
the
titled?
timeline.
introductions
What was it
and
titled?
origin stories.
It was it's called the origin story timeline. So
Okay.
the very first, the seeds of this podcast have been in the making for almost 3 years.
Wow.
Almost 3 years.
Wow.
Because it was
That's
on the
crazy.
6th of April 2021, in which Kyle commented on one of my videos. No idea who Postman Pat is, dude. I guess I know him now.
I don't even remember
That's
that.
what started it all.
that comment started
Yeah.
everything, bro. That's wild.
Wow.
I-
That's
Way to go,
wild.
Kyle.
I don't remember.
It was.
I don't know who Postman Pan is. So I guess I forgot. So
He's a British children's animated character. He's kind of like
Oh.
stop motion, I think.
yeah.
And he delivers
I remember
posts.
now.
That's his entire shtick. He's got a black and white cat. But I think I mentioned him in one of my early icebergs about I don't know. I don't even know what it was about, to be honest. I should have really written that down, but I did not. So that was
British
that.
cartoons or something, maybe.
Maybe it was some sort of maybe like Lost Cartoons or something like that. Our first
Yeah.
messages on Discord date back to June 2021. He might have shouted me out in a community post before that, I'm not entirely sure. Our first conversation over Discord was about video games. Kyle, you were playing Monster Hunter and I was playing Persona 5 at the time.
Sounds
Wow.
about
That
right.
was, and
That's
we were
sign
the
of the
first two
times.
to meet.
Yeah.
Sounds like Monster Hunter Rise release date type era, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds about
Then
right.
Brugly, our first Discord conversation dates back to November 2021. I think we were both part of a smaller Discord as well before,
Yes.
like the main one.
Yes.
Our conversation indicates that this wasn't the first time we spoke. Raymundo, I reached out to you on New Year's Day 2022. So on the first
Wow.
of, I was like, New Year, let's get into
Yeah.
contact
New
with
Year
It was
Ray.
because a lot, I think you told me it was because a person in your live stream recommended that you collab with me because you were asking people.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes. I think it was that.
that person's a
Huge
real
thanks to
dog.
that guy. Dude.
Yeah, that's
However that
crazy.
was,
Look, if
we
you're
got
that guy,
$100.
I will give you $5. What is your PayPal? Genuinely, like
$5.
A whole 5
a
smackaroos.
whole 5 smackaroos.
That's like a
'cause
McChicken,
you-
bro. You can get a McChicken for that now. So
A whole McChicken.
A whole
yeah.
McChicken.
And then the Discord, our creators Discord, was created on the 5th of May 2022. So it's not even 2 years old yet.
Wow.
Kyle made
Wow,
it.
surprising.
TCR was the first to join, followed
Yeah.
by myself and Caden.
Yes.
Um,
Right. Yeah, do you know how Caden came into the game?
Yeah, how did we meet Caden?
I'm going down it now. So Brugly joins on the 27th of May. Here we go. So I don't know how you got into contact with Caden, but Caden reached out to me in August 2022.
So basically, he commented on some of my, I think, Instagram stories, just like, hey, I like your channel and this story is funny type stuff. And then one day I was just really drunk and I was like, oh, I have a Discord. You want to go in that? And he's like, sure. And
that's amazing.
Wow.
Boom.
That was it.
So apparently, if you want to get into the YouTuber Discord, you need to reach out to Kyle when he's drunk.
That's
a sweet spot right there.
Yeah. He's more than willing.
Caden.
That sounds right though. That checks out. I swear, I remember. Yeah. I remember like it wasn't like I was chatting with you a lot, Kyle. It was very much just like, hey, this is neat, or like, whoa,
comment
that's
once
sick.
in a while,
blah, blah,
or
blah.
something.
Like yeah, it was just like very very light conversation. So that checks out.
Caden, do you know what your first message to me was?
Oh God. Oh no. Oh God.
What do you think it was? What do you think it was?
Hey, buddy.
No.
Hey,
your first message to me, our first interaction, do you use Photoshop for your thumbnails? Not hello, not hi, just do you use Photoshop for your thumbnails?
I respect it, dude.
Very informal.
Very straightforward, very formal.
Exactly.
Hey, I know what I want.
Business.
Okay.
yeah. What is Photoshop?
Let's cut to the gist. I first proposed VidCon to the Discord in November 2022. I tell Jared to go on the 1st of December. Ray, you joined the Discord in February 2023.
Yeah,
the 19th of February 2023. You were a late joiner.
Yeah.
The 19th of Feb. So it was a week ago. What, a year ago next week?
Yeah.
As of the time we're recording.
That's wild,
crazy.
Dude. That is crazy.
Myself and Jared decided to go in February 2023. I convinced Caden to go in March 2023, and then we create our Discord group. You know, the little one that we planned it. And then Ray, you decided to go in April 2023. Which is when you join the smaller Discord chat. Kyle confirms he's going in May, so just every month there's just a new person like saying like they're on board. Kyle joins our little thing right before VidCon, and then the MBR name is devised during VidCon, which is and obviously this entire thing was as well.
Yeah.
All from a comment on a YouTube community post, right?
Yes, a community post where somebody commented NBR.
Yeah. It was like,
is it the one that we took when we were like, hey guys, come meet up with us?
The meetup.
Yeah.
The meetup.
Wow.
Yeah.
We owe that commenter a McChicken too, bro. We need to find him.
We do.
We can
actually find him. That's easy peasy.
You could actually find that one.
You know his name.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could find it.
Yeah.
Look, next time we do that, we're actually gonna have fans come up to us with non-murderous intent.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be great. You know what? That's gonna happen because we're all gonna be like 100K richer, not in money.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
you know what? Let's do both.
Well, I hope
yeah, and it's gonna happen. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that fan meeting me was probably the highlight of the trip for me. So I was
that
excited.
rocked, and only me and Jared were there
us
to witness it.
That was crazy. I wish everybody else was there. That was wild.
Everyone else was in the bathroom, I believe.
We were just waiting for him, like awkwardly.
That sounds right.
Outside of the bathroom. That was so crazy.
This little boy comes up and he's like, "Are you Brugly?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Like, what's up, man? Yeah. And he was like, "I've been looking for you all day, dude." And I was like, "Dude, you're so cool."
Because wasn't he like, "Oh, I follow you on your second channel. I saw you announce this."
Yeah, because I announced it in a live stream on my
one.
second channel, and I was like, "You're so real for that." I gave him a fist bump.
He's a real one. He's a real one.
Was he the first fan you've met in the wild?
No, I met a fan at my friend's college. He went to his college.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that was also wild. But this was like the most natural, organic one, I think, because that guy knew I was coming. This guy had no idea where I was, and he just ran into me. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be talking about the kid from the hotel at first.
Oh
my god! I thought you were talking about the NPC kid.
No,
dude.
Oh, my alien fell.
Oh no.
Oh god,
that can be good symbolism right there.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Adjust
this is the NPC kid incarnate.
Oh gosh.
That child
So we should
Dude,
probably
what
explain who the
would happen
NPC is.
if he
Yeah.
watches this as well? If he finds us after this and he finds that like us just chatting about him.
We'll also give
man,
him the chicken.
yeah.
He deserves it.
Pin that comment.
Yeah.
Pin that comment. Send $5. PayPal.
Yeah, we'll send you a McChicken, bro. Give me your McDonald's app code. We'll
To
send you a
explain,
McChicken.
this little boy in a red shirt, he's fighting with his brother in a green shirt outside of our little hotel room at the Cortona Inn. And we're like, oh, we were saying it's Mario and Luigi, and they were like fighting, so we started cheering, and they must have heard that through the glass.
Yeah.
And so he just looks in and starts staring, and they stop fighting. And from there, the boy raises his hand in a waving motion, as if
Yeah.
he's an NPC.
We're
Completely.
dying. Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, we have it
And
on
then he
video
starts
too.
giving us
So
side quests. We do have video. We should probably blur his face.
we're gonna
when
blur
we
the
show it.
face.
You guys can
'cause-
see
yeah,
yes.
we're gonna blur the
who
face.
this kid is.
Yeah.
But he starts giving us a side quest in the classic motion of having his hands out. He's like, "Hello, you need a." It's like my child went missing. If you find him, I'll give you
Oh,
100
yeah,
gold or something like that.
He's doing this.
And we were just cracking up. Yeah, it was hysterical. And then we saw him again the next day,
And
and
the
he did
next
the
day.
same thing.
And the next
Yeah.
The
day.
next day.
And then the next day.
Final day. they said
And
goodbye.
then every day of
we
video, you
thanked
saw
him
him.
for making the trip special.
Yeah,
It's
and then
crazy.
when I was in the airport, when I was leaving, I saw him as well. No, okay,
And then on the
Not
plane
even
going back to
crazy.
my hometown, he was also there. I mean, that was the weirdest
It's
thing
like
I've
that
ever seen in
scene
my
from
life.
Despicable Me 2 where she looks around and all
And
they're
then,
all
you know I'm in
bruised, they're
bed and
all
I
the
look
little
out my
boy.
window.
Yeah. And actually,
just
that's my
peering
window right now.
ominously.
Well, that's kind of crazy, actually. He did wave us by though. We got in the truck to drive away, and he was on the
Yeah,
balcony
yeah,
yeah.
waving
That's
us
right.
by. I mean,
Dude,
that
I was
wild.
like dying off of tryptophan,
Lack of sleep.
and lack of sleep. Yeah, that was rough for me.
What, you
Also
at
a
Disneyland?
Yeah, I was at Disneyland.
At like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I
After a
woke up
great
at like
night.
6 a.m. and walked to Disneyland. And I was the only one who went because
Yeah.
I'm the only one who likes to have fun around here.
Disneyland?
Now you have.
We're
You guys
old
have
men,
yeah.
bro. We have to sleep, dog. We're tired.
Hey now,
Yeah.
we're gonna be there earlier. We go to Disney before the convention, right? Sleep
Sure.
in for a day. You get a bloomin' onion, and then we go.
Yeah,
to
with the, bloomin' onion.
I've never had
with the fresh oil.
Every time I go round to the States, there's a bloomin' onion there. It's happened
Yeah.
twice now.
Yes.
Which is,
never
it's
had
kind of weird that that's happened twice.
And they had fresh
Never
oil
heard
Heard that
both
it's
times.
not actually from Australia.
Nope, it's from Florida.
I don't think it is.
Like Australians don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. That makes
it
sense.
seems like whoever made it has gone there. They've seen the lingo and they've kind of like imitated it.
It
Like
was, it was
from
two
a,
college kids in
you know-
Florida. They did it for a design class, and it was off the Crocodile Dundee success or whatever. So they tried to. It was during that time.
Well, you know, like cashew chicken in Chinese food was invented in Missouri.
Oh, really?
Really?
So,
Missouri's
That's
claim to
weird.
fame.
yeah.
I like
chicken
it.
tikka
Yeah.
masala was invented
did
over
some-
Tyler,
here.
you could just
Cool
be
for
lying
once
right
in
now.
Scotland.
You could
just
be.
be lying
You could
to me right now,
absolutely
and I
just
think-
be
Yeah,
lying.
I just
I'm
have to
so
believe
gullible
you.
that I believe him. So
Our 58 viewers.
I could be lying by ignorance because I've heard it so many times.
is that truly a lie though? If it's by ignorance, we don't know. So
That's actually.
Well,
a
then
good
it's not a
question.
It's
lie.
not a
It's
lie,
just
it's
me
not a
being
lie, it's-
stupid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's misguided. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Misguided.
Like I would pass a lie detector
Misguided
test, but I'm also
information.
not telling the truth.
That's interesting.
Meditate on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meditate.
Absolutely.
We said that so damn
That's
much
deep.
the entire trip at VidCon. That was wild,
They,
bro.
they don't teach you that in school.
no,
Meditate,
meditate on that. Meditate on that.
On that. Yeah, we cropped up with a lot of really quick inside jokes within the span
Yeah.
of that trip.
Within like 4 days.
Because none of us knew each other. None of us had met in person, to
No.
be clear.
No,
Penis pilled.
dude.
Yeah, I'm
I was
sure the
gonna
audience
say,
will love us
penis
talking about our
filled.
inside jokes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
They
I'm sure they will.
just-
Yeah, well, that's part of the
Because,
NBR. That's part of why we're the NBR, bro. You know,
Exactly.
the inside jokes.
It wouldn't be NBR without penis filled, without.
Yeah.
Oh god, I got
Yo,
this
I
one.
still don't know what that
I don't
means.
even
dude. I
remember
still
where
don't
that
know.
You were
came
delusional and out of it.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
All that
It was
blue
funny.
Yeah,
stuff.
the blue
you ate and
drink.
drank
He had half a
Yep.
blue drink
That's
now
right.
already. So
Dude,
Yeah.
like
all that, yeah.
I got
It's
it
too much
again
blue.
the last time I was over to the States and stuff. Like, I was just the tiredest I've been in such a long time. As we were driving to our Airbnb, I started hallucinating,
Yeah,
and I was
so
like,
did
dude,
I.
like rarely have I been this tired that I just start hallucinating. And I was seeing things. I was seeing like aliens out there. I was like, dude, I can understand why.
yeah, I was also hallucinating I mean, it was bad, and I was driving.
You were driving, dude.
I was driving.
This is when you guys were. Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is the recent one.
Were you seeing the same aliens or different?
No,
aliens?
I was seeing we were on a back road going up to this cabin in the middle of the woods, and the road was in the Smoky Mountains, so it was really foggy. And I couldn't really see 10 feet in front of me, and I kept seeing stuff dash into my peripheral vision, and I was like, "This can't be safe,
dude."
I can't be.
No.
Then I proceeded to pop a Zen right after, and then continue driving.
Oh, nice.
And that didn't make it better at all.
That's some
That made it worse.
backrooms SCP stuff that you're seeing, and you're
Yeah, I should have made a video about it.
This.
Yeah, it already haunts my daily.
That's a
life,
YouTube short clip of this podcast right there.
Yeah, pop a Zen in the back
There you go.
road.
Yeah,
You hallucinate.
Jared popping us in.
Yeah,
Jared popped this in.
Yeah.
Clip that one.
me and Turkey Tom will have to have a Zen popping thing. I hear he's doing Zens now
there
too.
you
on
go.
YouTube.
Welcome to the pilot. Here's my Zen addiction.
Yeah, there you
Welcome to
go.
the pilot. I'm addicted to nicotine pouches.
How many of you guys have Patreons?
I
I
used
do.
to.
I
You
used
used
to,
to.
but I stopped doing it.
I'm thinking about
I just
stopping.
feel weird
mine as
about
well.
it.
Well, to
Wait,
be
so you
honest,
guys-
I never was able to
you're
give enough
stopping
content
yours?
there.
Gotcha.
I always make it clear
Yeah.
that it's purely voluntary. You're not
Right.
you're gonna get videos early and uncensored and stuff, but not extras.
Mhm.
I just don't have the time.
Yeah,
But
that makes
as
sense.
long as I
Very
make
good.
that clear and people donate of their own volition.
I'm gonna start doing it because with a lot of my topics they have to be heavily censored, and people often want to know the full, not the full truth because they're getting the full truth, but they want to know the full context and see it.
Yeah.
So I started one. I'm not gonna go higher than $5. It's literally just for uncensored videos, and maybe
Mine minimum
patrons only
tier is
Discord thing.
$2. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
and that's just for videos.
yeah. It's 2, 5, and 10, and
That's what mine is, too.
whatever
Yeah.
you want to do.
I think that's a good range. I feel like some people, if they have the time to do 50, 100 tiers or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I see some of the stuff people do, and I'm just like, man, I don't know how you have that time. Maybe you just have a whole
Yeah.
arsenal of
Yeah.
people that you
Yeah, I
can
don't
just
know.
allow you to do that.
I mean,
But-
some people rely strictly on donations to have any source of income.
I know.
Someone who's in the news lately, Mama Max, obviously.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I was like,
I was,
should,
too.
I was like, should I bring
biting
that
my
up?
tongue?
Uh-oh.
I was biting my tongue.
Uh-oh.
No, dude. Yeah, we can
First
talk about
podcast
YouTube
episode.
drama
Crazy.
later
You sure
on.
can.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure
okay.
we'll probably have a
We can-
segment
we can
A
dedicated
really
whole
to it.
thing, maybe even a whole episode.
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We should probably do a little, maybe a weekly or a bi-weekly kind of YouTube drama, news headlines.
Whenever something big comes up.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 different takes on everything. I like it. That's gonna be
Exactly.
Oh,
no
that would make
contention
for
at
a good
all.
round
Nothing.
table.
Yeah.
Six
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
guest.
yeah.
Six
We-
with the guest.
Maybe we could stick someone on a debate, Jared, it's your week to defend Mama Max.
Oh gosh.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
or no.
That would be tough.
This week we're actually bringing in Mama Max. That's what's
Yes,
happening.
dude.
And our guest for the podcast is live in person, Mama Max. How are you doing? No. Oh my gosh. The descent into madness needs to be studied. Holy shit. Oh man.
Does that not sound exactly like
It does.
That
A little
was
creepily
1 to 1.
like-
Yeah, you got a good.
That's wild.
You got
I
a
thought
good
Mama Max
edgy
was-
Batman voice.
I thought Mama Max was in the room with us right
He is.
now.
He's right there,
I
you
know.
know.
He's omnipresent. Him and his group
He's
of hackers.
omniscient.
They probably hacked into this podcast right now.
Child predators. Show them what we're made of.
Squeegee, that entire segment.
Squeegee, the entire thing.
Squeegee's being taken so serious.
Yeah. The more real the squeegee is, the faster you do it. Like squeegee.
Yeah. It's the the intensity of it.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
god,
be
my
left with,
stomach,
like 15
my stomach
minutes
hurts.
of these
Fox
Yeah,
is just
'cause if it-
leaving. He just said, "Fuck."
He's just gone. Yeah.
He's gone.
Well, and that concludes the
He's
first inaugural episode.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
Down
That actually brings up an
we-
interesting
we
question I
scared
want to
one
ask.
off Pilot episode.
How worried are you about inter-YouTube beef between yourself and other creators?
we talked
I'm
about this
not
before.
worried at all because
Fox made a list
just
actually.
avoid it.
Yeah, because he made a list on who's more likely to be in drama based on what our
That's
content
right.
is.
That's all. Let's wait for him to come back.
And
But
I
I'd love
think-
to hear his reasoning for that.
I think Kyle and me were at the bottom because it's just
Yeah.
our content doesn't give into that kind of stuff. Especially me.
Yeah.
There's nothing I do that's real. So there's no reason people should get mad about it.
True.
But you
For
guys
me,
make
it's
more
all
real things.
Purely documentary, so there's no opinion even in
Yeah,
It's hard to get
for sure.
people pissed at you when you're.
But I mean,
giving
Fox has already
information
had like half the furry fandom after him and weeb fandom after him, so he's already had.
What have I
that.
come back to? What is this?
No,
We're talking about how worried we are about inter-YouTuber drama. And how we would kind of.
I told him about the list you
if we
made.
would even get into it in the first place. And they mentioned that you have
first tier list. Most likely to get into YouTube beef, least likely to get into YouTube beef.
Within our group?
Yeah, within
the NBR.
Within the NBR.
The Nightmare Beef Rotation.
Yeah, the Nightmare Beef Rotation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my new farm name, actually.
Be an episode title.
At the top, I think we both agreed that it would likely be Owen.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see
Sorry,
that.
Fox and Kimbo.
Yeah.
Let me restart that. Cut it out.
Squeegee.
5, 4, 3, 2. I think we all agreed that at the top of the list would probably be Fox Akimbo to be in some sort of drama, just on account of the sort of drama content.
It's a matter of time, really. It's
very internet, very like on the nose.
It's already
internet
happened
stuff.
with that one dude on Twitter.
with the weeb,
guy.
Yes, with the weeb. The weeb army is attacking him.
Yeah, I got attacked by
marching their
the
What happened
forces.
with the weeb guy?
Oh, do you not know this?
I don't think so, and neither does our
We
viewing
gotta
audience.
go over this. Gotta go over this.
This it has to happen.
A few months ago, I made a video called, it's called Anime Weeb's Worst Incidents, and it's about, it's in my kind of inciting incident series where I talk about like fandoms and their like deranged behavior.
I helped you translate that one. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. And essentially, did you ever see the Twitter post like, I'm shaking because I just learned about what Japan did in history class or something? Have you seen that that meme?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So basically, you know, like my kind of crazy intros that I do, that I just like throw something wild as like a
Chinese
fun sentence.
baby.
Yeah, that Chinese baby, for example, and more.
Yeah.
Basically, Caden's broken. Basically, I did that for like that tweet. It was like, just shaking about what I learned about Japan in World War II in history class. And I was like, that was something posted by a weeb who, and essentially he found it. I kept on getting comments saying like, don't diss the Naru God or whatever. And then he makes a tweet. His name's Naru God. He makes a tweet saying like, wait, let me find the tweet because it's one of his most recent ones, and I still get notifications for it every day. Here it is. It is
Twitter bio too.
Yeah, it's your Twitter name and everything.
Here we go. Oi, oi, oi. Looks like we've got a funny guy here. So he's already mocking the accent. Listen,
oi.
do you think it's funny? Listen, chump. Do you think it's funny? Do you think it's funny reminding me of that dark despair I suffered that day? Cracks knuckles and eyes turn red.
Oh, it's satire.
Well, I don't think it is. So I beg for an apology now. And then he atted me. Okay. Within 2 or 3 days, 16,000 likes on Twitter.
Yeah.
16,000. 429,000 views within about
wild.
2 or 3 days.
That is wild.
To which I also responded to it, and my thing got about 2,000 likes. I said, well, if it isn't Naru God 5, I thought I'd be hearing from you sooner or later. It seems as though you've uncovered my plan to laugh at weebs and make money at the same time. Clench his fist. I don't really feel like apologizing. What are you going to do about it, punk? And now it is satire. And now me and him are, I guess, beefing, but not really, because he never responded after that.
Oh no,
Dude, the ironic roleplay stuff gets me every time.
I love it.
It's
so
the best.
funny.
It's the best. Yeah, I agree.
But the thing is as well, all of his audience are in it as well, which is the funniest thing, because some of their replies were just absolutely beautiful. It was like, where is it? One of them was, don't mess with Naru God, Fox Akimbo. For that matter, don't mess with any of us anime viewers. Looks down at you menacingly.
Anime
you do
viewers.
not understand the power we have. We learnt it from our Sugoi characters, and we will not be afraid to handle you if you know what I mean. You better apologize now.
As anime viewer.
How could he? How dare he be so disrespectful to you, Naru God-sama? The demons! I can feel them coming inside of me! Please, Naru God-sama! I cannot allow them to dishonor you like this! And yada yada yada.
Okay, so that's like lighthearted.
That's something inside of me.
Yeah, that's that's really funny.
Poor
It's
choice of
me.
words.
It's me. I'm definitely the top. I think like when I do my creator royale, like the drama dome. Sorry, I feel like the next time I do that, might be some backlash.
You're gonna do a second one.
Oh, I'm gonna do it quarterly. I'm gonna do quarterly, every quarter, because there's so many. I can't just fit it into like 16. And then if you survive the first round, at the end of the year, I'm gonna do like a big like 64 or maybe even 128.
Shit.
Like I'm talking like 2 or 3 hours just to see
You got
who
Wendigoon
fell off
in
the
on the
most.
last turn.
Wendigoon was
That's right.
on the
That was
last
wild.
one.
That was crazy. That was.
And then
Yeah.
Achizo said that he thought like it'd be kind of cool to like join in, so maybe I can get him on there.
You gotta get us on this.
Definitely.
Yeah. I could definitely do like a co-hosting thing, and I think it's just a great format and stuff. I hope no one steals it.
Well, hey, if you'd like to explain that
Right.
to those who don't know, what
If they
exactly
steal
is
it,
the
it's
format?
kind of a compliment.
That's true.
So basically, the format is I'm going to do this very soon, maybe like next week or the week after with celebrities. Basically, the premise is who fell off the most. And I get a big list of people that have come into like scandals or controversies, and it's kind of like, is it called March Madness?
Yeah.
You guys have?
Yeah.
It's like the NFL. It's like two teams face each other, and there's a tournament bracket, so you know who's going to face each other.
Yeah.
You got like the upper left, the upper right, lower left, lower left, lower right.
NFL,
And
Yeah, no, that's
NBA,
that's basketball, by the way. March Madness is basketball.
NBA.
oh,
yeah.
basically, so yeah, it's like who fell off the most out of these two people. Then the audience votes, and then whoever wins moves on, and so on and so forth until someone wins. And last time
It was Wendigoon versus Illuminati, I remember, and
It-
Illuminati
oh yeah, Illuminati,
demolished him in the rankings.
She won the entire thing outright. She beat Ruby Frank, who was convicted last year of abusing her children. So
Wow.
It was really
A real
no
crime.
contest.
Her fall off was worse than a real
Yeah.
crime. That's
there was
actually
also more things to consider. For example, Ruby Frank, although she is now like going to be arrested or something, she also hadn't been making content for a few years. So I think a few people were like, "Oh, Illuminati's like scandal was fresh." I already have. I mean, it's been a month and a half into 2024, and I already have a list of about 15 people that are going to make. I'm going to have to make concessions. I'm going to have to like either go up to 32 or like start
Am I on
cutting
there?
people. No.
we're all in
We
there.
knew it,
All
Kyle.
of us
We
are
knew
on there.
it. We knew it.
There's a few. I mean, obviously,
Only a
like
matter of
Matt
time.
and Vosh and Chugga Conroy as well. Like, there's a few on there. Chugga
dude,
Conroy hurts. That one really hurts.
Wait, what did he do?
Oh, do you not know?
Uh oh.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Squeegee this.
Yeah, potential squeegee incoming.
Look it up afterwards.
All right. And Vosh, did he? It's the same like child
Vosh-
porn stuff or new?
Yeah, you got his
Hey, come on, say it. Well, no, Squeegee, Squeegee,
Whoa.
Squeegee.
That's-
Channel
that's what
terminated
the
before it even
controversy is,
started.
As far as I know.
Squeegee.
Dude, I can't see anybody but Mama Max winning this year. It's so bad.
It's
dude.
February, bro. It's February.
Even
I
then.
I can get
I
my
mean,
list
it's-
out.
I could beat him. I could do it. I'll
Where's
fall off on
my
purpose. I'll do a
Take one for
purposeful
the
fall
team.
off. Yeah. I'll
Dude, like
dethrone Mama Max.
Mudahar had to make a like it was a long video
Yeah,
on
that
Mama
was
Max.
wild.
That's how bad it was. And
It's sad too, considering how like there's pictures of them like together, like
they
they're
used to be
clearly
friends.
Yeah,
like
they
they
were
were.
I feel bad for Mudahar. Like I
Me too.
Oh, truly.
He's
like
like,
just not knowing who's your friend and who's just after like
$1
out
million.
money and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean his
gotta be
screenshots
terrible.
from the private server are fucking insane.
Unhinged.
Like, that
Yeah,
is
like,
clearly
he's a
got
millionaire,
some
so
sort of-
we can sue
Yeah.
him for whatever we want, and you know it's
That's
horrible.
wild.
That's your friend, dude.
I mean,
Apparently not.
The game's
yeah,
the game.
apparently not.
All right, sorry, I'm sailor mouthing a little bit, but yeesh.
So- Look, this man deserves. I think
Yeah.
that's actually kind of comes to
golly.
the sort of point of my question is how willing are you to criticize the creators on this platform publicly? Obviously, behind closed doors, there's anything can be said as long as you've got trustworthy people. But how publicly would you be willing to criticize someone that you fundamentally disagree with?
I would much
I think I
rather
would
settle
only
it privately.
criticize them if they.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think that I would only criticize them if they accused me of something and I
Yeah.
had to defend myself.
Exactly,
Otherwise,
that's what
I'm not
I'm saying.
touching it.
Yeah.
Fair
Sure.
enough.
You know.
I would potentially.
Yeah, I definitely
Sounds
agree with
like-
that vein. It's more of a for me, it's more of like try to settle it. Like if there is something, try to do it behind the scenes. Don't like throw it out into the open, because throwing it out into the open is just, I'm sorry, like any situations that have been thrown out into the open, I don't think ever really end well for either side.
It usually makes both people look bad.
Yeah. So it's like, be adults, okay? Be adults, all right? I know it's the internet, we're insane and unhinged, but come on. Like, be an adult, try to settle it behind the scenes. But yeah, if it was like public attacks or something like that, then yeah, I feel like you have a say. You can get in there and be like, okay,
come in with receipts, like Discord messages. I never said that. This is what I actually said. Stuff like that.
It really depends, because like drama, if it goes right, is like lightning in a bottle. Like it can propel you to a new stage.
Sure.
However, it should not be trifled with, because if it goes wrong, it can be a poison chalice as well, because
so it's not like a grenade in a bottle.
Yeah. If it's it can be a poison chalice. It can, if it blows up in your face, then it's like it's not so good. So I would potentially do it if I thought the cause was just enough, but it's not like I'm going out. I mean, for example, I want to do a series where I kind of do like retrospectives on creators, but I'm not 100% sure, because I don't really think the drama. If I just say like, oh, remember this like incident from a year ago, like, haha, then like I don't want to be
purely
that
factual,
guy.
And then
Yeah. I just don't want to like catch any heat or anything. I don't want to seem like I'm looking for drama, Which, to be fair, I've done the channel for 3 years now, and I've not gotten into any drama except for the weeb.
Right.
And that was some serious stuff. Okay, don't downplay that.
That was important.
It's honestly shocking how little sort of, not that you provoke in a way that's concerning or that offensive, but I would expect people to be more upset with certain criticisms of their of themselves or their favorite creator in the past. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'm just not big enough. Because no one sees it.
There was that time where everyone was blowing up my comments with "do a video on Fox Akimbo's creepy shed in his backyard."
That was one guy, and I still don't understand it. There was a dilapidated shed.
It was more than one guy.
Ooh,
it was
okay.
What's in that shed?
What's in the shed, dog?
Box?
So it was in my old house, and it was a shed that had kind of like fallen over it. It was dilapidated, and I didn't go in it because it's just a broken shed. Right. And it was up the other end of the garden, and we just never trimmed our grass. So I just never wanted to go out and garden.
Yeah.
And then like, and then everyone was like, "What's in the shed?" I was like, "It's what, timber, like lumber, whatever. Like it's just nothing's in the shed." And everyone thought it was
that's
like
what you would have us believe.
Choice.
That's what you would have us
Everyone was
believe.
like, "Oh yeah, he's like kind of dark YouTuber or whatever. Like he's got this creepy shed. He's putting it in there for a reason."
Dude, saying, there's nothing in the shed. Like, dude,
that makes it seem.
You gotta offer up something that's in the shed to make it.
There's gotta be
believable.
literally
You can't say
something in the
nothing.
shed.
That sounds bad.
Or play into it more.
Yeah, maybe I'll just
There's
break
nothing in the
into my
shed.
old house and I'll get some
still
videos.
the
Yeah, I
shed.
think
they'll be
copied a key
understanding. They'll be
once.
understanding.
Oh, that's where I keep my lawnmower and the guys that I threw into the lawnmower.
Yeah.
They're just
And the wood
lying.
chipper and
Shed where I keep predators that I kill with my team.
Right?
yeah.
I want to say that after me, you, Ray, are like the second most likely to get
I
into
would agree.
controversy and
I would agree
drama.
with that,
It definitely goes me and you. And
I
then
would
after
be-
that, I think no one has like much of a chance. Maybe you, Caden next. Maybe, I mean, Jared, you're last.
I go
Caden
Kyle
has covered a
first.
lot
I
of
go Kyle
Redditors.
first.
Redditors who can
Yeah.
realistically respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I still think I'm a solid middle, though. I really
Yeah,
do
you're
think
still-
I'm a solid middle.
Yeah, solid middle.
Because I think, Ray, didn't you have something with the bronies?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
I did. So
Yeah,
that
you
actually,
did.
I was about to bring this up. I just pulled up my channel because I'm like, everyone's in agreement, and including myself, that I'd probably be most likely. But also, I don't really provoke that much in a way that is provocative, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at my videos, sure, like, I mean, I guess the Backrooms criticism one from over a year ago was somewhat, like, pushed buttons, but I wasn't wrong,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was just
And
a
most of your
genuine
videos
criticism.
end with like a bright side reflection.
Exactly,
type
yeah.
of-
It's
yeah.
never like kind of just a negative video, but at the same time, like something like the Brony, I mean, 2 videos on what bronies did on the internet back in the early 2010s at the height of the fandom, and how it affected the children who watched it, being one myself, who saw a shit ton of crazy brony stuff, including gore and porn and just incredibly weird and creepy things, and including weird stuff in the brony conventions, which I went to like 3 of them. So I'm very qualified to talk about this. And the drama came from like not the entire brony community, what's left of them, but kind of like a half of it that almost seem to feel the need to defend everything their community has done purely because it's their community, if that makes any sense.
I had that in my brony video as well.
Yeah, it's
I
odd.
have a brony video too. It's
that's right.
It's one brony, but this brony was responsible for the worst massacre in Idaho history.
Insane.
Oh my god.
Insane.
That's
Yeah.
It's a wild story. It's a wild story. But people take that story and say that it was because he was a brony, or that all bronies are like that, and it's incredibly odd and a weird
It's an easy headline.
Oh, it's a great...
Even in my video, I say, like the vast majority of these people don't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I say in my
stand
videos as
out.
well.
Yeah.
But it seems like that flies over the majority of the people who are upset's head, and leads them to still feel as though they're being attacked. The funniest piece of hate art, I suppose, I ever received, I can pull it up, was this hysterical Virgin versus Chad meme. And it showed me crying, which was a good drawing of me too. It was very flattering. It was me crying, like, the virgin pony autist regretter, I think it is what it said, which is already a mouthful.
Wow. That's an amazing...
And it was like...
Wow.
Yeah, it was
what a title.
crazy.
That's a Twitter bio. That's a Twitter bio, right?
That's
genuinely.
crazy.
And then the Chad was the Chad brony autist embracer. And it's essentially this like character who is like, yeah, the ponies are hot, the gore is cool, etc. That's the narrative that's being pushed. But I find it hysterical. Was I upset when I saw that? Was I hurt? No. It made my day. It's so funny, but it was mostly just like Twitter drama, if you could even call it that. Just a few posts like, this video is stupid and we didn't do anything wrong, it's the parents' fault, which to an extent,
I mean,
yes,
we've all got bad. We've all got bad comments.
Yeah, exactly. It's really not much of a thing, but it was just kind of straw man arguments that were like, well, it's the parents' fault. Bronies should be able to do whatever they want, but it's also like, if they're uploading to child-friendly spaces, they should at least have warnings on their videos, which many of them didn't have. Just sent it in if you guys want to
squeegee this. But
that is actually
Moon's video that ripped off your video was kind of...
We'll keep that in.
Black and white.
Let's start some drama. That's a good way to get the channel
actually so that's actually one of the reasons I bring this up is because unsqueegee, or depending whoever's ever editing this, but
let's reverse the squeegee.
Reverse the squeegee. The YouTuber Moon has had one of the biggest fall-offs in YouTube history that I've witnessed myself. Not in the form of a controversy or a cancellation, but purely in a form of a loss of morals and kind of content farmification of his videos. Publicly. Make this a YouTube short. I want the world to see it. Because many of his videos make the exact same points. They all kind of spread the same exact narrative and are often very hypocritical at the same time. There'll be many issues and they'll often be chalked up to China, OnlyFans, and those are the two
Hollywood.
main
It's China and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
China and OnlyFans, essentially. Where, yes, China
Hollywood
is to blame for a lot of things, and the porn industry is to blame with a lot of things, but it's not the end of, that's not the end-all be-all of every single issue. So, many of his videos have been plagiarized, not because Moon himself.
Freudian slip right there.
Yeah.
Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Predictable things coming. Because, he has Moon himself isn't a figure. It's more of a talking head narrative pusher, Very little of his own input is given on a personal level, but you can tell if you really critically think about his videos that they're all just sort of propaganda for his viewpoint. And they provide little, if not any, of an opposing view, which is where the death of critical thinking, which he complains about all the time, is really from. You can't make a video about a topic, say things as they are 100% fact, and not provide any other arguments. And then say that the reason people are stupid is because they only take one argument from the mainstream media. Like, it's really just, with his older videos that were supposedly written by the man behind the channel, they had a lot more integrity and were better researched and made better points. And, you know, for the first 5 times that you hear that China's behind all the evils of the world, it's like, wow, that's crazy. But then for the 30th time, it's kind of like, how is this related? A lot of the times the segues are like, this reminds me of how China does this thing and that, and it's like just literally unrelated to the topic at hand. And a lot of his videos, really what they do is promote a very nihilistic worldview, which to me is something I fundamentally disagree with. I think it's good to acknowledge the bad in the world, but to only acknowledge the bad in the world is not how we fix things. In fact, it's just
a lot of criticism is that his content is purely depressing and there's no solution.
Yeah,
exactly. He provides nothing. I think
that's what you're trying to get at. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and there's nothing of real substance that come from the videos, although they're really designed in a way to make you feel as though you're learning something. They're very well edited, very flashy, very stimulating, and say things as fact. Whereas, you know, a lot of the things are also opinions being stated as fact. And he just kind of stands for everything that I disagree with on the topic of making videos on important things. And his growth and his importance to many people is something that I find concerning, because the lack of viewpoints and sort of a critical analysis of his videos is striking, and I'm surprised that no one has really called him out yet. He's had a few claims of plagiarism, but that seems to be all that people really criticize him for. And I want to, at some point, not to say I'm going to do it, but part of me really wants to just make a video saying what I just said to you guys.
I was going to say, new Raymundo video right there, Loki.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but it's
you could easily
lightning in a bottle, man.
Video.
Didn't he like take 2 of your videos too, or something?
Well, that's another thing too, is that, you know,
he's making others too that you've noticed, right?
Yeah. Oh no, many of his videos are directly based off of whatever one of the most popular videos on the platform is at the time. That slightly
you provided screenshots.
I provided screenshots, which you can see right here. They release about a week to 5 days. Sorry. Like a week to like a week and a half after the big video hits it big.
Yeah.
And so the first example that I saw that I started catching on was a video by the name of The Tragedy of iPad Kids, originally titled The Downfall of iPad Kids, by a YouTuber. Let me credit him. It was a good video, and it kind of started the whole sort of Gen Alpha criticism train. Oh, by the YouTuber Jax, Jax. And that video hit it big. It's nearly at 1 million views now. And that was 2 months ago. And then a week after it hits over the 500K mark, Moon releases a video with a very similar title and very similar thumbnail, where he makes the same points in the same sort of formatting. Obviously with his twist to things, but really it's just a nothing burger. And
same
then
order of bullet points, even.
Yeah, same order of bullet points. And that also, while the iPad Kids video came out by Jax, I was working on my script for The Tragedy of Gen Alpha, which took a while to make because there was a lot of research involved in it. And then I released my video, The Tragedy of Gen Alpha, which I wasn't ripping off the Tragedy of iPad Kid title. It was called The Tragedy of Gen Alpha when his video was called the Downfall of iPad Kids. We just had the same idea at the same time. And then Moon, a week after my video hits around the 600K mark, releases a video by the name of... It's like so strikingly similar.
It was. Didn't the title change or the thumbnail change at one point?
Yeah, the title... Oh, now we changed it again. Oh my god. See, that's hysterical. It was called How YouTube Kids Will Change Society Forever. And that video came out shortly after mine did. And makes many of the same points in a similar fashion, uses similar footage, if not the same footage, and starts to go towards, like, it's weird because it's almost a Frankenstein's monster of a Moon video and my video. because he uses some of this sort of like cautious optimism that I have, and then immediately goes back on it in the next sentence because it's not original thought. I think by no means am I going to sort of be proven wrong by this, because if you watch my video and then watch his, it's very, very clear that they're almost the same video, just his is a lot more sensationalized and nihilistic. And of course, there's a rant about China and OnlyFans in it.
Of course.
Why wouldn't there be?
As per usual,
what?
half of the course.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll admit,
You gotta
I'll
work
admit,
OnlyFans in there.
I'll admit, I haven't seen the video. I don't know. Can you please enlighten me? And maybe for audience members that haven't seen it,
sure.
how did he manage to work in OnlyFans and?
Oh my
China
god, it's the
into
same as
that.
every time. It's on the same top. I'm gonna pick up. I'm almost done, I swear. But I have a lot to say. When his video first came out, it had a naked Elsa, and like Huggy Wuggy on it, I believe. Like it was a sexual clickbait thumbnail, which is something that he, in his video, on that video and every other video, criticizes. You know, the sexualization of the West is bringing the downfall of modern civilization. And it's like, oh, well, you're using naked Elsa for people to click on your videos. It's incredibly hypocritical. Comments were calling him out on that. He changed it to a different thumbnail and changed the title, and now has changed it once again because the video underperformed. It's only at 206,000 views. You know, I'm glad. I don't want to see a video that copied mine succeed. Yeah, because I feel like, especially with the tragedy of Gen Alpha topic, it really is being approached in a negative way, which isn't doing the problem any favors. Because imagine, I guess a good analogy for it is imagine if there was like a type of person who, I guess it really only works with children, but imagine if when you were a kid, you know, everyone said that because of what you consumed, you were doomed inherently and that you were stupid and you were underperforming in school and that there was no hope. That would not lead for both the
Every
children
generation gets
themselves. Every generation gets it, but Generation Alpha especially is consuming this content. Generally, it's adults saying it about kids, but now it's like teenagers saying it about younger kids. And as I've seen now in my video, almost half the comments are from children of Generation Alpha. And they've expressed how bad it makes them feel watching videos of that sort of nature. A lot of them watch the first 5 minutes and say, hey, wait a minute, I'm perfectly fine. I don't watch Skibidi Toilet. But it's an issue that's being taken in a sensational and negative route, which doesn't do any favors for the people who are victims. To be clear, Gen Alpha is not the aggressor; they are the victim of their situation, and it doesn't do any favors to those who want to help, because if they're talking about this is seen as sort of just a negative shit-talking thing to children who don't have a choice, really, it doesn't solve anything and only serves to kind of make the cycle worse. And that's why, you know, I really sort of feel passionate about the subject on account of the fact that a lot of the discussion around it is inherently toxic and almost hateful, including Moon's video. So I don't want videos like his who push a negative and hateful narrative to succeed. I would prefer them to fail. I'm going to say that outright. If people want to get mad at me for them, please feel free. Because this is something that I wholeheartedly believe. And I suppose that's why I would be second to most being cancelled.
And that is why. Yeah.
Good
bow. I think you might have just went from 2 to 1.
Yeah, you might have just taken the first number spot. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, here's my crown.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Man.
I'll take it.
It's a good bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I gotta call someone out now.
To kind of lightly touch on it,
it.
my siblings they watch this channel called Lanky Box. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Oh my gosh.
That channel.
The name sounds familiar.
I don't know the full extent of it because obviously I'm a man. I don't watch Lanky Box.
Well, I do. I'm a man. So. No,
yeah. I thought with some Lanky Box.
Yeah.
Put a sense there.
Like a minor squeegee.
But no. Yeah. Beep. But no. The that stuff is like, think of like Mr. Beast snappy edits, but like to the roof. Like it's just
really.
So I call that Lanky Box on
Ray went
my
over it in
video
his
that I was
video.
doing too. Yeah.
Yeah, in my video, I openly criticize Lanky Box. That's another YouTuber I have no
Some
shame
of
in
that stuff is
criticizing.
exhausting.
Oh,
Dude.
genuinely.
Watching it
It
is
is.
Genuinely.
It's bad.
I need to see this. I've not.
How do
seen
you
it.
feel tired watching a video? That's how I would
Exactly.
feel looking at that.
It's a
Exactly.
passive experience and you feel
Overstimulating.
exhausted.
People will be
It's-
saying that about
ugh.
this.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Here, Owen, I'm gonna
Yeah.
timestamp Fox the Kimbo. I'm gonna timestamp. I'm gonna share my video, and because I have a clip where I just show literally unedited clips of Lanky Box just as they are, and it's horrible. Like it's probably some of the worst
like
on
an
YouTube.
acid trip, but also on cocaine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hate hyperediting,
On
man.
LSD.
I just can't stand it.
So
It's
you
so
guys open up the
fast.
video I just sent in. It's timestamped to the exact clip. Just watch. It's 40 seconds. You guys ready?
I am
You guys
across
ready
the
for some
fucking
Lanky
ocean.
Box? This is what kids are
Lanky.
watching, and this is why they can't focus on anything.
It was Fox.
This is a crazy backrooms game where we explore the. Get ready to watch the best amazing digital.
Oh my
Not
God.
the mid-roll ad, bro. What are we doing?
Dude, only in Ohio, right?
He's like, what is even happening?
I know. It's hard to.
What is the narrative to
This
this?
is the worst.
Grown man, by the way. Grown man.
This is just slop. This is just slop, man.
It's
Dude,
nothing.
my
Oh.
it can,
Dude,
I think
it
my
just doesn't
brain is
stop.
oozing out of my ears right now.
It's just color and sound.
It
Skibbity!
is. It's
Yay!
And if someone was purely listening right now, they would have no idea, and they
Yeah.
would still be no worse off than we are.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
No idea either.
It was pure
Genuine-
brain rot.
So, Caden, you were saying that your brothers watch this?
Well, I say brothers, brother, one of them, like
Your
I'll
youngest, I assume.
yeah, youngest brother. Like I'll sometimes like walk past like his, like I don't know, like his computer or something like that, and I'll see it. I'm like,
Really?
what the hell,
Really?
what the
Right.
hell are you watching, dude? And I'm like, man, I don't know, like I'm not trying to say like, oh, like these kids nowadays, but like I don't know, I like to like Dan TDM.
Yeah.
I like something
Can't
with
we-
a
can't
little
we
bit
just
of
have-
plot, you know?
Can we not have some simple, easy Minecraft Let's Plays?
Yeah, I
These
know.
kids don't know.
I
Bring
know,
me
like, I
fucking
love
crazy
popular-
crowd back, please.
I like
Yeah.
like
The Let's
popular
Play had a little bit
MMOs.
more substance to it.
Yeah, yeah.
at
I will
least.
admit, like I did watch those like YouTube poop, like what were they like
I
the
watched a lot.
Gmod
Oh,
character things, like
I love
the
those.
TF2 stuff, like those were like I watched those as well. Not to say I didn't consume brain rot. in
Oh
the
yeah,
same
no,
way
we
that-
watched just as much slop as they did. It's just our
Sure.
slop wasn't.
Well, it
No,
was
our
sloppy,
slop
to
was
be
just
fair.
as
Our
bad.
slop was a
This
bit more
feel-
refined.
Yeah, we have refined
Yeah,
slop.
yeah, I
I
wouldn't
think,
go
yeah,
as far as to say that. I
I
think
get
our slop was
nostalgic for our
just as
slop.
bad.
I feel like
But-
our slop was slop, but this is like I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like I don't recall the videos that I watched being this
No.
like
this
the
is malicious.
flashing
Malicious
colors, the
slop.
bright,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
These days has really gone downhill, I would say.
Weaponized
Exactly.
slop.
You know,
Yeah.
I would say, I'd say, you know, we
Analyze
had
the
really
slop
peak
market.
of slop. Like we had, you know,
Yeah, I'll
I
take a
would
side of
say-
slop with that, dude. No, but yeah. I mean, it's
Well, at
getting
least
worse, bro.
YouTube
The
poops
genuine
had
difference is that
something to
the slop that
follow,
we
at
watched,
least.
exactly,
There
it
was a
wasn't
little,
made for
there was
money.
something to understand. From
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
It was made because the slop creators wanted to create it. The slop that these kids are growing up with is made for profit, which is why it's more
slop for
harmful.
profit. Yep. Yep.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get nostalgic for our slop.
I want
Genuine.
their slop now.
Kids these days don't know good slop.
They wouldn't know if they hit him in the face.
They wouldn't.
What,
they wouldn't
like
know
slight
good slop.
squeegee? I don't know. That might be taking
What?
I'm
That
not
one
sure.
seems like a bit of an innuendo. Squeegee,
that might be a little.
That's a good quote to just have.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days we should just like get all the squeegeed parts, and at the
Yeah.
end of the year we'll just make like a
The
blooper reel.
The
Yeah,
squeegee
squeegee
compilation. Yeah. The
Love it.
And that will be the day. Yeah, it's like
That's awesome.
oh
Now we'll have to put it behind a paywall though. Everybody sub to our Patreon for the squeegee comp. So.
yeah,
yeah.
Yep, yep.
That's max tier because this this shit.
That'll be me on the drama though if that ever gets released. if the archives ever leak. This is gonna be a 5-minute podcast with all this stuff with squeegee.
I know. We've had three solid segments though. We've had the introductions, the VidCon meetup, and then like the drama. So like introductions,
Yeah.
VidCon meetup, drama.
Welcome.
Oh, dude, if we recorded this right after the Mama Max thing happened,
Oh my
that
gosh,
would
dude.
definitely be
Yeah.
that would be a
Yeah.
whole episode just
Yeah.
talking about that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's why we
I
need to start
mean,
this now.
Yeah.
So that
just
way
so
when
we
another
can get
Vosh
it.
Ready.
when another Vosh
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
happens,
Yes.
we're like
We're
we're the
ready.
first ones
We're
on
on
the
top
case.
of it.
NBR chat now.
if
We're
it
recording the
happens on the
cast.
Saturday before.
How many controversies has Vosh been in? If you guys could roughly just kind of summarize.
I mean, he's a political streamer, is he
Like a
not? So,
ballpark?
like,
I'd say 4 or
basically
5,
every time he
yeah.
opens his mouth.
yeah,
you
fair
get into
enough.
politics, it's basically never-ending shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
But
of
you were
making
always-
a video on like political content and stuff, and just how it's just. I think it's so stupid.
Yeah,
Like
it's
both sides and stuff to have their problems.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll never get into politics.
But
God,
yeah, that's,
you
that's also
don't.
the thing is it would just be like dead in the comments and stuff. It would just be like
Career
awful.
suicide.
But
Yeah.
like I don't know. I just think
But
anyone
also
that's
a really good retention and you know, what's
the
it called?
engagement you
Interaction.
get. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
engagement,
engagement you get. Like for
lot of
me, it's
people
just like
Working like, oh, I agree so much, but then you have the hate watchers, and then yeah,
I just say like keep it to yourself and stuff. Like I don't understand why people are going out there trying to like I don't know push their political agendas very much.
well, especially with a certain war in the Middle East right now, a lot of people are making their sides, and I'm like, just don't, dude, just don't.
But I saw some people get like criticized for that because I think KSI said he doesn't know anything about the conflict, and everyone was like, "You're lying! You're
Yeah,
lying!
yeah.
You just don't want to like lose sponsors."
Because now
Like,
you can't not
Right.
take a side. You have to like
now-
take a
now
side
you-
always.
But
so
they want
tribal.
you to take a side, but they want you to take their side.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
you
It's
can't
too
say
tribal. There's no
Yeah.
there's no nuance
Honestly,
anymore.
think it's more honorable to just admit I don't really know much about this. I
I
shouldn't
agree.
make
I
I agree
completely
with that.
agree.
Yeah.
I know.
Do
It's
I
a
think
good
that
PR
KSI
move.
should be legislating like how the youth think about the war in
No.
Israel and you know
Definitely
no.
Yeah.
No, he's a fun, entertaining guy, but he doesn't really come across as like this kind of amazing politically aware kind of person. He doesn't seem like he cares.
Yeah, it's like
So-
people that are like, hey, what are your thoughts on this conflict? And it's like, brother, I make Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I make backwards videos, bro. I don't really give a shit to be honest
Yeah,
with
like-
you. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I talk about
I
people
don't
that
think
fell
any
off.
of us
I
are
don't
the
wanna be
kind of
one them.
YouTuber who has that big head where we just think we have all the answers.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
There
no,
are
no, I'm
some
that
who are
guy.
like that. There are some.
I'm never wrong.
yeah.
Well, I
just
think
can't
we're
be
all
wrong.
just very
Well,
normal
well,
kind
you're genuinely never wrong, but
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm never
have
wrong, and neither. Well, actually, you are. Actually, you're wrong all the time.
Well,
I'm the only person. Well, we do know a few things. Yeah, we do.
yeah. I've never
That's a story for another time. We'll have to tell that story another podcast.
I can't believe we haven't done it.
I've almost done it. Somebody
Yep.
earlier said on
And I
account
have.
of, and that was their bit. on account of. Yeah.
Well, on account of my Simers.
It could be a closer.
Okay, allegedly.
How do we explain it?
Pretty much, a
Okay.
Brit's first time in Nashville, Tennessee, will change a man, especially if you're
Yeah.
British. So me and my friends had this entire bit where we were talking in a country accent because we have country accents. We were just exasperating them, making them way worse
Yeah.
for Fox Kimbo. And anyways, we made the accents way worse than they were, and he eventually started doing the accent too. Like he would join in with us, so we were like, "Oh, those damn liberal agendas! They're trying to make us all gay in the schools." Yeah, that's right. That's right. We have to
Them
criticize them.
pinkos, you might
We
say.
call them pinkos. We call them pinkos. We do.
I never knew where like my accent like it's happened twice now where I don't even know what I sound like because when I go over there, even like when I think about it, I'm like, do I actually sound this posh? Because I hear it too, and I'm like, am I putting this on?
Yeah.
Or is this just my voice?
You're faking it.
It's
You're
like when
faking
British
it.
people get to go home and finally stop doing that. doing
Yeah,
the
they're finally,
voice.
they get paid to do it. I know for a fact. He's getting
Yeah,
paid $100,000 a year to talk like that. There's no way it's his actual
True.
accent. But anyways,
You've never seen a poor British
I
person.
remember when we were in the Airbnb saying something and thinking like, what do I actually sound like? Like, is this, was I just putting that on? Was I like sounding, did I intentionally sound like kind of more snooty or is this just my existence?
I'll tell you right now, 99% of Americans don't know the difference between different British accents.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
There's like
I'd say
British
Scottish.
accents,
They
all
do,
encompassing. That's all they know.
they do, but they don't really know it. So the ones they're aware of is probably the one that's like mine, General South, like RP, I guess, is kind of close to it. Cockney, which is like kind of the
Cockney,
Peaky Blinder,
yeah,
like
I know.
well, they're Brummy, but it's like kind of the old school British gangster, like yeah, what are you saying, mate? That kind of, and then Scottish, and then maybe Irish or whatever you want to include that. They don't really know like a Yorkshire accent. They don't, maybe a Yorkshire. They don't know like a Cornwall accent. They don't know like the farmers' accents and stuff. There are a lot of like accents. They might know like the kind of more London street, like kind of modern day, the kind of wagwan.
They've heard them, but they could not tell you which was which.
Yeah.
And they probably, maybe they might know Scouse or something, but like probably old school Beatles Scouse. And also, I don't think they really care for it either. I don't think. I mean, this is my theory is that like different UK accents have a different level of currency in the States. If you go there and you're from like Huddersfield, I don't think they really give two shits. Whereas for me, I think they quite like it. Like when they see. When I walk through the door and stuff, they hear me talk and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
They hear you. You can hear a pin drop when this walked in.
When we went over to that one restaurant.
Oh no! Okay, let's end with the story. Let's end with the story of you walking into this restaurant, which we can't name because it's like it would actually dox me. But I mean, seriously, we're talking about bumfuck. I mean, this is literally in the middle of nowhere. This restaurant is 30 miles from everywhere. That's not even a joke.
Wow.
We had to go like.
Bumfuck, is that the name of the restaurant?
No, it's not. But it's actually pretty close. We were going there because me and my friends have gone there before. It's like a local thing. And the restaurant, think of like one of those old things. There's like guys playing cards and guys playing pool. And you walk in and like if you're an outsider, everybody's like, and watch you.
Yeah.
So we let on purpose Fox Kimbo walk in first to ask for the table because that would be hilarious. We were like these guys are gonna have no idea, and he was like, "I'll have a table for 4," with the accent. And there were every guy in that restaurant. Well, no, it was just normal. Yeah, I was just making fun.
Table for 4, please.
Every person in that restaurant, every sound stopped. They were playing music. They stopped the music. They stopped the music when he said that. And then they all turned around and looked at him, and it was so awkward. I was like, "What am I doing? This is awkward as hell right now, dude."
It was almost as if I walked into a saloon in the Wild West, and I'm like that guy that everyone hates, and like the shutters fly open. And
it was out of a movie. It was out of a movie, bro.
And then they thought it was
a record scratch sound effect.
No, honestly,
everybody turn around.
You could have seen a tumbleweed just go through that.
They were playing they were playing Hank Jr. on the TV radio, and they turned him off. So if they turn Hank off, you know it's something real.
And they thought it was fake as well. They thought I was like putting it on for a bit.
The waitress thought it was fake because she was like, "I'm be honest, we thought it was fake because we don't really hear anybody like that around here." And I was like, "Yeah, it's true."
I posted about this on Twitter, but I still think they played Harry Potter in Cracker Barrel just to get at me. Because I heard them play Harry Potter on the.
Oh my god!
Dude, it was the waitress. It was the waitress. By the way, she wanted me. If you're watching this, I know you wanted me. By the way, but that's just different.
I don't know if they always play Harry Potter at Cracker Barrels, but
they
like
don't.
It seemed coincidental to say the least.
No, we play. I was like Southern music in.
Yeah. So then they just played Harry Potter out. I know it's. And I was like, "Is this?"
Did you ever feel like you were being like their soundtracks were kind of being accustomed to you? Like whoever was there kind of realized you and played something for you.
It could have been that.
That's what I think it was. I think someone heard me speak and then just turned on Harry Potter.
Someone's bird in the background is going crazy.
I believe it's right.
Really loud.
It's cutting through pretty hard.
Brit versus the South. Brit versus Southern living.
One man.
It is an interesting place down there.
It is a damn near interesting place, I'd say.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, you did on account of you learned. It was very fun.
Tennessee's a pretty place.
It was a hell of a time. Like seriously, it was very fun.
Yeah. I'm very glad I went.
Yeah, he got to be in my house too. So first NBR member in the house, which is cool.
Yeah, dude, he's got such a nice house. He has got such a nice house.
Yeah.
YouTube money, baby.
Yeah,
you might be able to
backroom money.
Yeah.
That backroom's money.
Dude, yeah.
He
kind of lives out in the back rooms.
At least one room decked out to look like back rooms.
You have so much space. My room is probably the size of your walk-in closet, man. Like honestly.
Yeah. Every room here has a walk-in closet. Like every one of them does. Dude, it's crazy.
My bedroom is probably the size, which is where I also record my stuff. So it's always a mess.
Yeah.
It's probably the size of all your walk-in closets combined.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say so.
He's got a huge house. He's got a huge house.
Very nice.
And it's
hopefully
very
all
nice
of you can come one day to check it out because it's super dope to live here alone. You know,
we'll definitely make the time.
The on location NBR on my back patio, perhaps.
Yeah,
low-key.
Dude, we could totally do that. We could.
Someday it'll happen.
Oh, yeah.
It'll happen.
We'll do.
Definitely.
Everyone, wanted to thank you so much for joining us at the inaugural NBR podcast episode. Thank you all so much for your time. This was absolutely wild. We look forward to making even more. This will not be the last you hear from us. So please make sure you take care of yourself and stay tuned for more. Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for listening to me.